Suppose you're in the shopping mall with your mom to help her in the shopping, and you're using a trolley and you're either pushing it or pulling it or using it or moving it in different directions by applying a muscular effort. Let's take one more example. Suppose you're playing soccer with your friends. While playing soccer, you hit the ball with your foot to move it in different directions or change its state of motion or rest, right? So you are also doing it with the help of your muscular effort. So whatever you are pushing, pulling or hitting an object to change its state of rest or motion is known as force. Hey viewers, this is Devinder Kaur and you all are welcome to my YouTube channel, The Enlightened Room. So in this video, you all would have known we are going to discuss about force. It is very well known that by pushing, pulling or hitting an object by applying some muscular effort to change its state of rest or motion is known as force. So we cannot see, we cannot smell or we cannot taste force, but we can feel and see the effect of force. So there are various examples which shows the various effects of force. So let's consider number one, which is a force may change the state of rest of the body. So for that, let's consider the example again of playing soccer. You are playing soccer with your friends and a ball is kept on the ground. You have to make the goal by hitting the ball. Okay. So the ball is at the state of rest because it is placed on the ground. It is not moving. It is at the state of rest. You came to that ball. You hit that ball with your foot. So that there is a change in the state of rest to the state of motion. The ball started moving, of course. So a force or a muscular effort can change the state of rest to the state of motion. Let's consider one more example. You have a book on the table, you are studying and you have a book on the table which is a bit far away from your hand. So either you would get up, would go towards that book and would pick it up, or you would just adjust yourself and would stretch your arm a bit to keep your hand on the book and you would pull it towards yourself. So this is also a kind of force, right? You're pulling that book towards yourself. That little action is also a force. That little muscular effort is also a force. Now let's consider one more example in which you cannot change the state of rest into state of motion. Well, that example is you're applying force on a wall. You're trying to move the wall. You're pushing that wall. What will happen? Will the wall move? No. Because a force may change the state of rest of the body. It is not applicable in all the cases, in all the examples. Now let's take another case in which a force may change the state of motion of the body, which is a bit similar to that one. So in this case, you are playing cricket with your friends. So you have a ball which is in the air and you have to catch it so that the player gets out of the other team. Okay. So you would catch the ball. The ball is moving, coming towards you and you would catch it. Previously the ball was in the state of motion. And when you catched it, it came up in the state of rest. Right. So there is a change in the state of motion to the state of rest by applying force, by applying the muscular effort. Okay. So let's consider one more example. In this example, there would not be a rapid change from the state of motion to the state of rest. So the example is you have fired a bullet from the gun. There is a target just in front of you, a bit farther than you. So what will happen? The target would not be able to stop the bullet at that instant. Well, what will happen? The bullet will pierce the target and would go to the other side of the target, but after that it would started getting slow, right? So there was a change, but not that rapid change. Okay. So let's consider one more effect of the force, and that is a force may change the speed of the body. So in this effect, let's consider an example of ball being dropped from a building. So you have a ball, a small ball. Okay, you have dropped that ball just like this. You had holded that ball and after that you dropped it. So there would be a change in speed From that position, let's say you are on the second story of the building. From the second story of the building, there would be change in the speed when it would reach the ground. The change would be increasing. When you dropped it, the speed was a bit slower than as compared to when the ball reached the ground. So there was an increase in speed from that point to the ground floor. So it is because of gravitational pull of earth. The earth pulls the objects towards itself. That's why the objects which are at much higher position would start coming down. When they start coming down, their speed increases. You can take the example of various meteorites. Well, what happens? Meteors or meteorites or some object is coming from the outer space to it enters the atmosphere, and after that its speed starts increasing. It is because of the gravitational pull of earth, and the speed gets so much increased that the object starts getting burned, right? If you would have considered or seen these kind of examples. Now another example is, now you have a ball like this, not like this, like this. That means you are going to throw the ball upwards. So what will happen when you throw the ball upwards? When let's say you had taken the ball here, okay, you tried to throw it and it reached here, okay. When it from this point to this point, the speed of the ball started decreasing. At this point the speed was 0, and after that when it started coming down, its speed started increasing again. It is again due to gravitational pull of earth, because earth is attracting the objects, earth is pulling the objects towards itself which are present on the earth. So it would not allow the object so easily to go upward, like just so easily that it would just go out of the space. No, its speed would start decreasing, and at some point its speed would become 0, and after that it would start coming towards the surface of earth again. So this is how. Now this kind of force is not muscular, it is gravitational force which also cannot be seen by us, but we can feel it. Now let's consider one more effect. A force may change the direction of the body. Well, in this effect you would consider many examples. Let us assume you are again playing cricket. You are the batsman and a ball is coming towards you. As the ball is coming towards you and you are the batsman, that means you have a cricket bat. You would hit that ball, and when you hit that ball, there would be a change in the direction of the ball. That means the ball was coming towards you like this, and when you hit the ball, there would be change in the direction of ball. It would be either here, either this side, or this side, or this side, or this side, anywhere. So after ball getting hit by the cricket bat, there would be a change in the direction. You can take another example. Let us suppose you are playing tennis. So there would be a change in the direction of the ball or of the moving ball when the ball is hit by your racket or your opponent's racket. Let us consider you are playing badminton. Okay, let us consider you are playing hockey. Let us consider you are riding your bicycle. You would change the direction by applying force, by it moving it towards either side or either side, right? So there are certain examples of a body changing its direction by applying force. Now let's consider one more effect of force, and that is a force can also change the shape of the body. How? Well, you are at home now. Let us consider you are at home with your mother in the kitchen. Your mother is making a dough of wheat flour. Okay, so she would be adding water to the dry wheat flour, and when it gets enough wet so that it would make a dough. Now you can change any kind of shape. You can make any kind of shape by applying force with your hand or your fist like this. Let us assume that you are playing with clay. You are making certain shapes, right? You can make any kind of shape by applying force with your hands, with your fingers, or with your thumb, right? Let's consider one more example. You have a spring. This would be, let us suppose this would be the original position of spring. When you would apply force on both the either sides of the spring, it would expand. There would be change in the shape of the spring, and then you would apply the force like this to change the shape of the spring would contract. So this is also a kind, or you can say effect of force, which can change the shape of the body. So we have studied many effects of force. So after studying all these effects, what we concluded? So we can conclude that force is an external effort in the form of pushing, pulling, stretching, compressing, and many more, which may move a body at rest, or stop a moving body, or change the speed of the body, or change the direction of the moving body, or change the size and shape of the body. So today we studied about force, effects of force, and what we concluded from all the effects of force. In the next video, we will study about balanced and unbalanced force. So to watch that video or to get notified about that video, subscribe to my channel and click on the bell icon. Thank you for watching.